Number 1.
Why are you reading that paperback book, Dad? I just gave you an e-reader for your birthday.
I already finished the book you downloaded for me.
There's more where that came from, and there are a lot of free e-books on the internet.
Yeah, I know. But downloading them is the problem.
I'm always happy to help, Dad.
That would be great. And while you're at it, can you show me how to make the letters bigger on the reader?
Of course.
Question. What is the man's problem?
Number 2.
It's nice to see you coming to yoga class more regularly, Jose.
Yeah, I've been getting into it a little more lately. Still, the poses don't seem to get any easier.
Be patient with yourself. Change happens gradually.
Sometimes I feel embarrassed because the other students are so much more flexible.
Don't worry about comparing yourself with anyone. Yoga is a holistic mind and body practice, not a competition.
I'll try to keep that in mind next time I fall over in class.
Question. What will the man probably do?
Number 3.
Have you met the new boss?
I have. We discovered we're from the same hometown. We even went to the same high school, though she was a few years ahead of me.
Small world. What did you think of her?
She's very knowledgeable about the publishing business. She has some interesting plans, and that's what our division needs.
Well, that's exciting. We need a supportive leader.
Question. What is one thing we learn about the new boss?
Number 4.
Why are all of your clothes piled up on the bed?
I'm sorting through them to see which items I want to donate.
Didn't you do that about a month ago for a school fundraiser? It's not like your size has changed since then.
No, but the community centre is gathering clothes for a family who just had a house fire. They lost everything.
That's terrible. Do they need men's clothes? I could part with a few items myself.
Question. Why is the woman giving away her clothes?
Number 5.
Did you see the latest newsletter? It seems our merger with Evans Real Estate is now official.
I'm dreading moving our offices, but I admit it makes sense.
I agree. We've been working with their agents for years. This will just reduce our operating expenses and strengthen our market position.
Yeah, but I've heard that some of our staff have decided to leave to work on their own.
I think the merger is just convenient timing for them. They've wanted to become independent for a while.
Well, I'll still be sad to see them go.
Question. What is one thing the man says about the merger?
Number 6.
What do you think about installing solar panels on our roof? The initial costs are a little high, but we'd save a lot on energy bills.
Well, panels are becoming more efficient, and they're eco-friendly. But I don't think they'd be a good match for us.
Why not?
It would take something like 15 years to make our money back on the investment. But we won't be living in this house that long.
But wouldn't solar panels make the place worth more when we sell it?
Not by much. By then, our panels would be outdated.
Question. What does the man say about solar panels?
Number 7.
Could you have a look at this translation, Jared?
Sure. Is it the one that Mickey did for LTR Chemicals?
Yes. Please give it extra attention because they are very particular about accuracy. We can't afford to lose them as a client.
Okay. Is the deadline urgent?
No, we're ahead of schedule and still have a few days until it's due. Mickey has a tendency to rush to get things back to me quickly, even though I ask her to take her time.
Okay. I'll give it a thorough check.
Question. What does the woman imply?
Number 8.
Honey, the travel agent just called. He said the cruise is nearly sold out, so we have to decide soon.
Actually, I've been having second thoughts. I was looking at reviews on several websites, and there seemed to be a lot of dissatisfied customers.
Really? A few of the ones I saw were very positive. Well, we don't have to go. I just think you should get some kind of reward for working so hard lately.
How about increasing our budget a bit and booking a cruise with a better reputation?
Okay, I'll talk to the agent.
Question. Why is the man worried about their holiday?
Number 9.
Did you watch the season finale of Shield Force last night?
Of course. I thought that was the best episode of the entire season.
What did you think of the scene where Agent Martinez was revealed to be the traitor?
That was such a shocker. I was so sure it was going to be Agent Turner, but the way they explained it made perfect sense.
Totally. The writing on that show is just fantastic.
I can't wait to see what happens next season.
Question. What do the speakers imply about Shield Force?
Number 10.
I've been thinking about assigning Mark to manage the new software project.
Do you think he can handle it? I know he's bright, but he's only been with the firm for 18 months.
Well, I was originally considering Genevieve, but she's really got her hands full these days. That leaves either Mark or Yasuhiro.
In that case, I guess we have no choice but to give it to Mark. The last time we put Yasuhiro in charge of a project, things quickly went off the rails.
Question. What does the woman imply about Mark?
Number 11.
Hey, did you take Professor Ritter's Politics 302 class last semester?
Yeah, some of the lectures were interesting, but I wouldn't really recommend it.
Oh, I heard it involves a lot of reading. Was that the problem?
Actually, the workload seemed reasonable to me. My issue was that when she was marking papers, Professor Ritter seemed to favor students who share her political views.
Oh, really?
If I were you, I'd sign up for Professor Tamura's or Professor Wilson's class instead.
Question. What is the man's opinion of Professor Ritter?
Number 12.
We need to do something about the dogs. Their barking is becoming a real problem.
I don't know. Most dogs bark at strangers, no?
Yes, but ours bark every time someone goes past the house. We'll get complaints from the neighbors if this keeps up.
Well, we've already tried every training method we could find online. I'm not sure what else we can do.
I think we should hire a proper dog trainer. I know it'll be expensive, but it'll be worth it for some peace and quiet.
I guess you're right.
Question. What will the man and woman probably do?
A. Sukkot. Sukkot is a religious holiday celebrated by Jewish people around the world. It originated thousands of years ago as a harvest festival. During the festival, people demonstrated their appreciation to their God for the year's crops. Later, the holiday became connected with the time immediately after the ancient Jewish people had escaped from slavery in Egypt. According to tradition, the Jewish people wandered in the desert and had to live in fragile shelters called sukkahs that protected them from the heat of the sun. Today, Jewish people celebrate the holiday by building a sukkah in their backyards or on balconies. Sukkahs generally have 3 walls, and the roof is made with leaves and has openings so that the stars are visible above. During the festival's 7 days, people consume their meals in the sukkah, and if they live in a warm climate, they sleep in it as well.
Questions. Number 13. Why did people originally celebrate Sukkot? Number 14. What is one thing we learn about modern sukkah buildings?
B. Vultures. Vultures are birds well known for their diet, which consists of the remains of dead animals. This association has given many people a negative impression of the birds, but we in fact owe much gratitude to vultures. By eating dead animals, the birds prevent disease-causing germs from entering the environment, including water sources. And because the strong acid in their stomachs is so good at killing germs, vultures are unlikely to pass on diseases to humans. The bodies of dead animals do more than spread disease. They also release CO2 and other greenhouse gases as they decay on the ground. When vultures feed, they prevent this from happening. However, in many parts of the world today, vulture populations have declined significantly, resulting in millions of tons of extra greenhouse gas emissions entering the atmosphere. Ensuring vulture populations remain healthy is therefore an important step in combating climate change.
Questions. Number 15. What does the speaker say about disease-causing germs? Number 16. What is suggested about climate change?
C. Praising employees. Everyone knows that praise is important for motivating employees and increasing their satisfaction. Surprisingly, however, according to researchers, praise can improve employee performance even when the employee does not earn the praise. When researchers gave praise to random workers, the quality of the workers' output increased dramatically compared to those who were not praised. Another study suggests that some kinds of praise are more effective than others. The study identifies 2 kinds of mindsets. Those with a so-called fixed mindset think they are born with a certain level of ability and that they are unlikely to get better at things. On the other hand, those with a so-called growth mindset feel that they have the capability to acquire new skills and talents. It seems that praising effort rather than results may have a positive effect because it encourages a growth mindset in unhappy employees who would otherwise be frustrated with their jobs.
Questions. Number 17. What is one thing research found about praising employees? Number 18. What does the speaker suggest about unhappy employees?
D. Mannered Mine. During World War II, there was great fear that Britain would be invaded by Nazi Germany. In this environment, it was decided that paintings from the National Gallery in London should be moved somewhere safer. At first, it was suggested that they be shipped to Canada, but British leaders worried about the threat from the German submarines that were sinking thousands of ships. Eventually, the art treasures were stored in an old mine in a remote area of Wales called Manod. Transporting the art was extremely difficult, as many of the works were large and had to be moved carefully through the small mine entrance. Furthermore, there was great concern that moisture and cold temperatures would damage the paintings, so special air-conditioned structures were built in the mine to contain them. Thanks to the project at Manod, the paintings survived the war, and much was learned about preserving art.
Questions. Number 19. Why did British leaders reject the original plan? Number 20. What was learned from the experience at Manod?
E. The Midnight Ride of Sybil Luddington. On the night of April 26, 1777, during the American Revolution, a messenger arrived at American Commander Henry Luddington's house. The messenger warned of a coming British attack, but Luddington's soldiers were scattered around the region. The commander's daughter, Sybil, bravely volunteered to alert them. Though just 16 years old, Sybil rode on horseback for over 65 kilometers in stormy weather. Thanks to her night ride, the troops assembled and drove away the British. After the war, however, Sybil was forgotten for many years. Some historians question whether Sybil's ride ever really happened. While documents show that the British attack occurred, there are no official records of Sybil's journey. It appeared in a history book published in the 1800s, but the book failed to give sources to confirm it. Nevertheless, the story has been widely accepted, and Sybil has become a symbol of the role of women in the American Revolution.
Questions. Number 21. What was the purpose of Sybil Luddington's ride? Number 22. What is one reason some historians doubt Sybil's ride? F. Banff Sunshine Village. During the economic boom of the 1950s in the U.S. and Canada, interest in recreational activities increased dramatically. One activity that grew in popularity was skiing. However, many ski resorts found that they needed more snow on their mountains to meet customer demand. Machines were developed to create snow artificially using water and compressed air, enabling ski resorts to operate even without a lot of natural snowfall. However, snowmaking requires significant energy consumption, as well as water from reservoirs and lakes. A Canadian ski resort known as Banff Sunshine Village relies instead on a method called snow farming. The resort takes advantage of the area's windy conditions by putting up fences at high altitudes to catch snow that blows in from surrounding mountains. Later, the snow is transported down to slopes that need it. This allows the resort to maximize snow cover in an environmentally sustainable and energy-efficient way.
Questions. Number 23. What does the speaker say about mini ski resorts in the 1950s? Number 24. What is true about Banff Sunshine Village?
G. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 25.
We're near the harbour, so there are a lot of good seafood options. Kingsley's is a very popular lobster restaurant and bar, but it doesn't open until 8. Shrimp Lover is a seafood restaurant that just opened 1 month ago. It's about 45 minutes away by train. Randy's is a unique Mexican restaurant just a block away. They only have counter seats, but I'm sure you can be seated right away, even at dinner time. Then there's Boca here in the hotel, but it's very difficult to get a table if you haven't booked at least a day in advance.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
H. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 26.
Welcome to CD Masters. This holiday season, don't miss out on our CD surprise boxes with 30 random CDs inside. Additionally, to sell up to 99 CDs, any registered member can log into their account on our website and start the sales procedure. If you don't have an account, you can register today just by filling out the form on our website. If you would prefer to register over the phone, press 1. If you are looking to sell 100 or more CDs at once, press 2. A representative will speak with you to schedule a home visit to assess your CD collection.
Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet.
I. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 27.
In History 103, students can learn about European history in the 18th and 19th centuries. This class has no group projects, and there is an option available to take it online. Next, Philosophy 105 is for those who want to grasp the gist of Western philosophy, including that of ancient Greece and Rome. Students are expected to take part in spirited team debates in each class. History 202 is a lecture-based class and is non-interactive. It focuses primarily on ancient Egyptian, Greek, and Roman history. Finally, Latin 102 focuses exclusively on ancient Rome. In that class, you'll learn Latin by reading ancient Roman plays.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.
J. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 28.
Thank you for calling the TSS Electronics Help Desk. For corporate customers who have questions regarding the details of their contracts, press 1. For technical support or to request a replacement for any of our products currently under warranty, press 2. To arrange for a repair or check the repair status of a product outside of warranty, press 3. For information about the different tablet models and data plans that we provide, press 4. For all other inquiries, please remain on the line until a representative becomes available.
Now, mark your answer on your answer sheet.
K. You have 10 seconds to read the situation and question number 29.
Several tours will be starting shortly. First, Spark of Genius is an hour-long tour about electricity that includes an exciting 30-minute 3D movie. We also have The Age of Dinos, which is a tour that explores the fascinating period when dinosaurs ruled the Earth. It takes half an hour. Deep into the Sea is a 40-minute tour that looks at amazing deep-sea creatures. It can be a little scary, so this tour is not recommended for children under the age of 10. Finally, don't forget you can make reservations for our Museum After Dark overnight tour to experience an unforgettable night among our amazing exhibits.
Now mark your answer on your answer sheet.